Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week ahead. Keeping in mind these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements so that you can receive all your messages and have a very complete picture. And if you're looking for a personal reading, you can find the link for that in the description below. Okay, my friends, let's get started for Virgo. What is the current energy around the week ahead for Virgo? Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. Okay, Virgo, lots of messages here for you. Okay, we're seeing deep knowing on the bottom of the deck. So you're really tuning into the energy around yourself right now. And the first card out was this Yin card. So really being open to connecting to your feminine energy, feeling that you might be ready for something to shift. I feel like you're at a place where you're sort of gaining some confidence, some feelings of readiness towards something. And it's interesting. It's like it's revealing a pathway for you that could sort of start out with some chaos and maybe some conflict, but that ultimately you're being grounded to trust. You're being guided to trust and to be still. I feel like you're actually being guided here to a place of stillness more than action at this time. Virgo, this feels like a moment where you need to let things go with the flow, and that it might not actually be a time for you to take action on something. If you're feeling like it's time to take action, I feel like you're at the place where you're developing the courage to overcome some fears, and that once you've overcome your fears, then it's time to take an action. But it's almost like right now it's time to really work on overcoming something, overcoming fear, and that right now is not the time for you to act. It might be a time here where you've actually been doing too much, and you might need to bring in some stillness so that you can sort of regain composure and regain that breath. Because when you're go, sometimes you go until you can barely see straight. So you've worked really hard, and now it's time to recharge, to refill that beautiful cup in this feminine Yin card, to regain your breath, to find that grounding and that stillness, to overcome some kind of situation that you've been really working hard, go. But it's interesting. It almost feels like you need to let some support in, and to let other people help you, and to be open to receive that help. Because I do feel like you're needing to overcome a situation that could be full of chaos and conflict, and you're needing to sort of replenish yourself. I was going to say refill your reserves, but it's almost like replenishing yourself so that you have the courage to continue on your journey once your reserves have been replenished. Like, it's interesting. Sometimes exhaustion can creep up in the midst here. And when you're really overwhelmed and you start to feel exhausted, it might feel like, you have to keep going. But actually what you need to do is to take a rest and to sort of have a time where you can recharge yourself. There is something here in this in this spread that is making me feel like, as you are taking that rest and taking the time to refuel yourself, you could be in a place where you contemplate walking away from something that has sort of an underlying falseness to it. And so you might not be able to see that falseness right now because you're so focused on go. But you need a little break, you need a little rest, you need to take that rest so that you have the courage to overcome any conflict or chaos that comes your way. And it feels like it's going to be very revealing for you. It could end up revealing to you something that has an underlying falseness or a superficial quality to it that actually is going to end up bringing in something very unexpected for you. And I feel like it's an important time for you to go with the flow on that, to not resist it, to not ignore it, and to trust this deep knowing that right now it's time to take a rest. It's time to sort of gear down so that you're ready to be in high gear when it's needed, right? And you can't be in high gear all the time, Virgo. I know you might disagree with that statement, but if you're in high gear all the time, you're just going to burn out your engine. So right now you're being guided to gear down into neutral and go with the flow of the natural and effortless rhythm of things, where you're not driving in control all the time, where you're letting things happen and unfold and reveal themselves to you. Yeah, there's the High Priestess in reverse. So there feels like there is something revealing itself to you, but you're too busy to notice it at this time. You're really needing to trust your deep knowing, trust your higher self, and to take a minute here where you're not in the lead right now. You need to almost surrender. See, there's this beautiful 10 of Cups here. And I feel like that's this emotionally peaceful presence in you that needs to be nurtured right now, where it's not all about work, work, work. Some of this has to be about feeling good and celebrating and resting and letting things flow, Overcoming obstacles, it's coming. You're going to overcome them. There's the Strength card with the Queen of Pentacles. I do feel like there is something looming around you that will need your full strength to overcome. So you must recharge. You must recharge so that you are able to have that strength and the courage to overcome something. Both of these cards speak of courage and overcoming things. And so I feel like right now you need to rest. You need to recharge. You need to bring yourself back to stillness so that you're going to be able to overcome this obstacle once it shows up. And it feels like it's going to reveal some falseness. It's going to reveal things that weren't as they appeared. And there's the Star card. So there will be some healing. There will be some manifesting a new path. There will be this idea that self-care brings in a renewed energy. So that Star card with the Ace of Cups now on the bottom of the deck tells me that this is a time of re-envisioning, reimagining, refueling, recharging, rejuvenating. This is about feminine energy flowing and guiding you without you needing to push on the gas. You know what I mean? Like when I say put the car in neutral, just let it roll. Let it roll. You're being moved and guided right now, and you need to take a rest. So that's very interesting, Virgo. You will need courage and strength coming up. And so you're being guided here to take a cue from your higher self that now is the time to sit in rest and recovery and recharge, rejuvenate. Yeah, otherwise you're going to be susceptible to getting caught up in other people's drama and sort of feeling pulled in by it and feeling really defeated, because this isn't your circus. This isn't your circus. So it's important for you to not get pulled into this. You need to be able to rise above it. Otherwise, you're going to be carrying so much anxiety, fear, doubt. You'll be up at night. You won't be able to rest, which is what you need. And you'll be sort of replaying all of these things over and over in your mind and feeling really defeated by it. honestly, it doesn't feel like it's integrative. It feels like it leads to more separation and polarization than integration. So this is a time for you to rise above other people's stuff and focus on your energy. Focus on how to bring in that Ace of Cups to yourself. How to bring in that emotional flow for yourself. Let's have a look here. Yeah, we're just getting so many clumps. I'm looking for single cards here. There we go. Page of Cups and the Chariot. So yeah, this is about you recognizing the sort of the signs around you and moving to higher ground so that you can be in a higher vibration to be able to receive sort of this rejuvenating energy that will assist you coming up. It's going to help you bring in that element of courage, which is right here again. So really focusing on being in flow with your higher self is going to serve you this week. Being in service of your higher self, being in flow of your higher self, taking some rest, self-care, not working too hard, staying in balance and not feeling like you have to that you have to know everything right now. I really feel like you're being guided to trust and move forward, and sort of letting the divine move you forward without you sort of resisting that movement. That's all you're being called to do, is just don't resist it. You know, don't resist it. Stay in balance and follow wherever you feel guided to go. I really feel like there is something here that will lead to a new beginning for you, Virgo, and it feels like that new beginning is going to be one that sparks. It does spark some chaos and conflict. It's going to change things up in your immediate energy, which is what happens, right? When we change within, when we change within, we notice that what we manifest externally changes as well, because everything is a reflection of what's going on within. And so it's interesting, Virgo. I feel like there is something here that you need to just go with the flow, and you almost need to slow right down, because you're going to need to have your full tank of energy to go forward on this new path. And it's going to require some courage and trusting yourself and trusting your higher self, not shutting that part of yourself down. And the card that comes through here for you is focus. So this focus card can be one that you receive when you're at a time where it's like you have to direct your intention rather than feeling scattered in so many different directions, and to focus, right? To concentrate on one thing at a time. Let your focus and attention be pulled by your divine feminine energy, because ultimately it's guiding you towards your higher self, right? So stay focused and sort of gather your inner resources in this time. Gather your strength, rejuvenate, recharge, replenish. This is all about bringing that self-care to the self, bringing it to you, focusing on yourself, taking a rest, not working so hard. This is actually a time to slow down for you and to focus, because when your thoughts and actions are unfocused, it tends to diminish your forward movement. And you're going to need that forward movement coming up. And so right now it's like you're in a preparation stage where you can go forwards later. I think that's coming up. Right now is the part where you're sort of preparing for that movement forward by resting, by gaining some stillness, because it doesn't always have to be go, go, go. Sometimes we feel that need to go, go, go when we're disconnected from ourselves and we can't sit still. And so, if anything, you're being guided to sit still. You're being guided to reflect. You're being guided to release anything that feels like it's distracting you from this rejuvenation that you're being called to right now. It's very interesting. I feel like this is going to lead ultimately to some security for you. There will be some bumps along the way. This road is going to have some distractions along the way, right? And it feels like as long as you sort of focus your attention and your intention on your higher self and what serves your highest good, and taking that self-care, that everything is going to work out in a very secure way for you, that you'll overcome any obstacle with this courage that you're rejuvenating so that you'll have that courage. How hard is it to be courageous when your tank is empty, right? When your tank is empty, it's very easy to not be courageous, and it's very easy to be distracted, right? When our tank is empty. So the message for you this week, Virgo, is fill your tank up. It's empty. You need to refuel so that you can continue the journey towards whatever security is ahead here in these new beginnings. It feels like walking away from patterns where you deplete yourself. That's the message here. Don't deplete yourself till you're on zero and you're still pushing, because then what happens? The whole thing stops working after that, right? Okay, I'm going to leave it at that for you, Virgo. I hope this reading has been helpful and resonated for you. I look forward to reading for you again very soon, and I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends. Take care, serve yourself, get some rest so that you're ready for the next leg of this adventure that you're on here. Your courage is going to be needed. All right, my friends, take care.